Good morning from down here in central Alabama. This is the old man doing stuff. Hello, Facebook and YouTube, and this is a little update on school bus driving. I'd like to share this with any school bus driver on some of the blogs that I go on, and this is one way that I relax. Sat out on my back porch. I'm 65 years old, had many surgeries, recovered from cancer 2 times. I'm enjoying life, and I'm an old military man. And I'm fixing to take a school bus route here in central Alabama for the 2024-25 school start season in August. And these are just some of my initial impressions. I've driven substitute school bus routes 2 or 3 times over the years. I am a tour bus driver. I have over 270,000 miles driven safely in many states. Lots of passengers, of course, all been safe. So it's a lot of responsibility when you take on commercial driving with paid passengers, a lot of liability, and it's no different in school bus. And basically in 2024, there's a lot of legalities you have to worry about, being sued by parents' lawyers. Whether they'll win or not is irrelevant. Just being sued mostly requires that you get yourself a lawyer. Now, the problem is it's out of your pocket and there's no compensation. You have to pay out of your pocket to defend yourself in frivolous lawsuits that may come up based on things that are out of your control on a school bus, because you don't have an aide. You can't constantly watch the students. You can't constantly discipline every student. All write-ups are not addressed by the supervisors and the management in the schools. There's just an overwhelming amount nowadays. So many parents do not discipline their children. And when they get on the school bus after they leave a classroom where they've been tied up all day long, there is a lot of energy and mental energy that's expelled in the buses. Basically, drivers just can't do a lot about it. If you attempt to do too much, you'll open yourself up to a lawsuit. Do your internet research, and you'll see that that's a fact. School bus drivers that tell you they love their jobs, their kids are great, and they mind, and there's no problems, that's Kool-Aid. Let me tell you, Kool-Aid is something you don't want to drink. Jim Jones to you. Look it up if you don't know what that is. But don't drink that Kool-Aid. You're not on the bus with them. You don't know what's going on in their bus. And a lot of people want to one-up you in life, no matter what their trade is, whatever they do for a living. They want to say they're better than you, that you can't handle it. Let me tell you what, 99% of the truth is that children in the United States are difficult to handle because it only takes 1 or 2 to cause trouble on the school bus that agitates the entire crowd. That's a fact. I've experienced it. You get that student off the bus, if they do enough wrong, they'll eventually take them off the bus a little while. It's a whole different bus. That being said, the thing that I found is that you can't address every issue. You tell them to sit down. You require them to sit down. Not stick their head and arms out the windows. Don't fight. Don't spit on the floor. Don't pull each other's hair. Don't play fight. You train them to not do that. The fact is, it's still going to happen. And you have a responsibility to not wreck that bus, and don't hit anybody's car, because you're going to go get drug tested, whether you caused the accident or not. You're the one that's scrutinized because you're the commercial driver by the state troopers in your state. If you don't think so, and a lot of school bus drivers have no experience driving a commercial vehicle except a school bus, let me tell you what, I've been there, and I've seen other drivers tour bus driving. You're always at fault until proven innocent because you're the more responsible driver. So how in the world could you actually do that while you're disciplining up to 70 kids on a school bus? It's impossible. They can't do it at a school level in the classrooms, and that's on land. They have a principal in an office. They're in a building. You're in a rolling schoolroom. So you do the best you can. The most thing that I found most effective is that if they're doing behaviors they shouldn't be doing, you just stop the bus. You don't stop the bus anywhere near the school, of course, because you just roll into the school. But you stop it en route somewhere safely and just sit there. You don't have to say a whole lot. Finally, they start asking what's going on. That they got to be at school to do this, or they got to be at school to do that, or they want to go home, or that, or this. That gets their attention. You don't have to say a whole lot. You don't have to scream at them. Most school buses do not have an intercom system. And let me tell you, if you have a intercom system in your bus where you hit a mic and talk into it in a normal, humane voice and get their attention, you are so lucky. Don't underappreciate that. Most states don't have intercom systems. Personally, I'm going to buy a bullhorn, turn it down very low with a mic, and I'll have my own system that I install on my bus that's quiet, efficient, does not do anything to damage anybody's hearing, but they will hear me and I won't be screaming, because I'm constantly scolding these children constantly. And that's the way it is. Don't believe any bus driver says that is not the way on his bus. Don't believe that. Now, he may have a good route. He may have lucked up and really have good children that were disciplined. It's very rare. And I believe the majority of school bus drivers will side with me on the fact that these kids are out of control. They're not disciplined at school. Let me tell you what, you're not their psychologist. You're not their mom and daddy. They'll tell you that real quick. You just do the best you can and be kind as you can and polite, and don't scream at them and don't cuss them. You just do what you have to do to get them there safely. You say thank you and please and compliment them if they have nice shoes, if they're looking like, they comb their hair, and if they're trying to present themselves in an effective way, you compliment their good behavior. That's what the good behavior is very important. Point that out to them. Tell them you care about them, that you are in command and that their lives are in your hands, and that we're all a team. We're a family on this bus. That's what I've done in over 270,000 miles as a tour bus driver. The most effective tool I found is to stop the bus. It gets their attention. They get worried about what's going on. Stop the bus, turn it off, unbuckle your seatbelt, and just stand up and stare at them. They'll stop. If you're late enough to school, I've heard bus drivers be up to 2 hours late. You, squeaky wheel, will get the grease. You will get assistance. They'll get to the bottom of it because you are in command. No matter what they tell you, bus drivers, this is my final point. You are in full command of that bus until relieved by a superior authority, which includes school officials or state troopers walking up to the bus and taking your keys. Other than that, you are in command. Don't let anybody shine you on. You're responsible, and your decisions are in the field. Your orders are your orders. You do the best you can with the orders that are given you by your superiors. You keep stopping that bus and you're late enough, they'll fix your bus. They'll put somebody on your bus as an aide to help you. They'll watch the films. Most buses have cameras now. They will help you. Don't go crazy. Don't lose your mind doing this in the school bus business. Take it from an experienced professional with nearly 10 years of Greyhounds, Trailways, tour buses, driving Willie Nelson type stars, anything of this nature. You hold your ground. And you let them know what you are. You're in command, and that you will do what's best for the safety of everybody involved, and they'll be on your team, and they will make changes and help you. You may never have a bus that really behaves, but it'll come in cycles, and they will help you with the ones that are causing the trouble. They'll get busy and pay attention to you, because if you roll into school 30 minutes late every day, they're going to start asking questions. And this video, refer back to it before you give them their answers. Captain John says so. Y'all take care and get you a back porch where you can get stress relief. I'm out of here.